Hello and welcome to Road Trip. I'm Shannon Lanier. For the next few minutes, we're going to take you on some adventures that are just a short car ride away. So if you're looking for something to brighten up your holidays, then you're in the right place. So settle in, get comfy, and let's go on a road trip. Experience the genius of Michelangelo right here in New York City. Enjoy breathtaking masterpieces without even getting on a plane.
It's the Sistine Chapel like you've never seen it.
I'd say it's one of the greatest artistic works of mankind.
And you can visit Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel, the exhibition, which is now open in Industry City. Exhibition organizer Joanna Gutman gives us a tour of Michelangelo's frescoes that showcase high Renaissance art.
He brings together science. He's showing a lot of perspective. The images are kind of turned, contrapposta, which gives you a sense of movement.
And as you look at each painting, you can actually see where it's located on the Sistine Chapel ceiling. The paintings depicting biblical people and stories, now photographed and enlarged to give you unimaginable detail.
These 9 images are all from the book of Genesis. So there's the story of the flood of Noah, there's the creation of man, and then the creation of the world.
And one of the perks of this experience is you can really take your time examining each section of this masterpiece.
A lot of people like to come because it is a spiritual experience for them, or some people want to come just for the cultural or the artistic experience.
You can also see arguably the most famous fresco.
For many people, this is the main focus.
The creation of Adam.
The idea of God being sort of a fatherly type of God. Man is obviously very rooted in earth, and God reaching out. Man sort of seems passive. God is the active one.
This incredible exhibit runs through January 5th, and tickets start at $22 for adults. On this road trip close to home, I'm Nadia Galindo.
Wow, just beautiful and so cool. Well, Ridgefield, Connecticut is making history as the state's first designated cultural district, a haven of creativity and inspiration. And its heart is the Aldrich Contemporary Art Museum, the only one of its kind in the state, where groundbreaking exhibits and a stunning new rock garden make it a must-see destination. Photojournalist Lori Goliath brings us there.
We are here at the Aldrich Contemporary Art Museum in Ridgefield, Connecticut. We are outdoors at the museum at our newly renovated sculpture garden. The Aldrich is here on about 3 acres. We're right in the center of downtown Ridgefield. So one of the things that I think is so special and unique about the Aldrich is that we were founded here in 1964, really with this vision of being a contemporary art museum as a place that was very, very forward-looking. And yet we were founded in an 18th century general store on a street where a battle of the Revolutionary War was fought. The property previously essentially just had lawn. So we really wanted to be thoughtful about building a native landscape. So we've added well over 100 trees along with plants and shrubs throughout. We had staircases, we had pretty significant grade changes, and we had lots of areas where there were no pathways at all. So kind of connecting to the sidewalk on Main Street was really important to kind of give pedestrians in the community the opportunity to come back and explore the garden on foot, and then bringing pathways and ramps into the garden itself was really, really essential, because it meant not just that visitors could experience the entirety of our property, but it gives the museum the opportunity to present far more art. Pathways maybe doesn't sound dramatically exciting, but it was a really, really central part of the project. We really wanted to make sure that universal accessibility was baked into the design. The ability to be outdoors in a very kind of different, less formal environment, I think really helps to make art and to make these exhibitions accessible to audiences in a new and different way. So one of the really special things about where the Aldrich is located is that we are right in the center of the historic downtown. And so the way that the museum kind of sits within that, I think, is very exciting. There's so much to do when visiting the community, so much to do here at the Aldrich, and then just a hop, skip, and a jump around town. There's much else to see.
That rock garden is pretty cool. All right, are you ready to put your problem-solving skills to the test? Escape rooms are the ultimate challenge for teamwork and brain power, where collaboration is key to breaking free before time runs out. We've all heard of escape rooms, but today we're taking it up a notch with an extreme escape room at the Old Source Mall in Westbury. Hey there, Ryan.
Hey, Shannon. Welcome to RYCO's Escape Room and Lounge.
Oh, I'm excited. So talk to us about what makes this place so unique.
So here at RYCO's, we have a very unique experience where we integrate technology. We have it in the rooms where when you're working with your groups, it's very much like a theme park where you kind of feel like you're a part of your own movie.
So talk to me about this lounge area.
We have the opportunity for your groups to be able to be very social both in the rooms and outside of the rooms. If you wanted to grab a drink, a bite, before and after, we offer that element as well.
Okay, let's check out the first room.
Let's. This is RYCO's Island. You work with your team to execute a prison break, and your group starts in 2 different cells, and you guys have to work together to get out of those said cells.
But what if we can't get out?
We always have certified game masters that are watching you that will be able to give you clues and help you get out or give you hints to move on to the next task.
Yes! All right, we made it out.
Not quite. We still have a few more challenges to do in the sewer. So this is Dreams Work. With your group, you guys got to work together and try to find Olivia's childhood toy that was stolen. This is definitely one of our easier rooms. There's still a lot of puzzles, but they're a little bit simpler, so if you haven't done an escape room before, this is a great place to start.
And what if you want to do multiple escape rooms?
We actually have a stay and play discount, so if you book a room the same day and come and want to do another room, you could stay and play, and it's slightly less to do that second room.
And let's see if we can figure out how to get out. Woo!
See, that room was cute, but this is our scariest room, the asylum. This is the patient hallway where the doctor grabbed his patients to do experiments on.
Oh, I love the detail. You got roaches on the walls, making me itch.
Oh yeah, it's very creepy.
This is like an escape room and a haunted house all in one. That was so much fun. I can't wait to bring my friends and family here.
And soon we'll have our 4th room, the Titanic.
And hopefully everybody will be able to say they escaped. Let's take a photo. That was the best escape room I had ever been to. Trust me, you will need help getting out. Well, sometimes the best inspiration comes from simply slowing down and taking in the world around us, whether it's a curve on a country road or the weathered charm of a country barn. Nature's quiet beauty can spark creativity in ways you'd never expect.
The American landscape is changing very quickly.
For painter Carol Young, Connecticut's past calls.
There's something about a barn, about the construction of a barn, the old post and beam construction, and the history of a barn. I wonder, who lived there, who farmed there, what was the barn used for?
Her works capture moments in time. A day on the sea, a morning in the garden. Her paintings of barns are a celebration, along with a hope for preservation.
It's a shame that a lot of the barns are being knocked down and they're not being preserved. And it's a part of our history.
Young is described as a contemporary realist whose style stands at odds with the structure.
I take the structure of the barn, but I take out all the minutiae, all the detail, and make it just a very simplified structure using bold colors and shadows. I love the traditional landscapes, but I simplify them.
She starts with a series of small studies on site, eventually incorporating those into larger works.
This is a really good representation of how I take my smaller works and then I apply it to my larger canvases.
Allowing light and shadows to create depth and character.
I love a barn that is bathed in sunlight and giving those bold shadows in the peaks and the valleys, and that's really what I'm going for.
An emotional tie to buildings that once defined Connecticut's landscape.
Some people say that the paintings give them a nostalgic feeling, brings them back to a time and place in their past. A lot of people who view my work tell me that it makes them happy, and that means so much to me.
Welcome back to Road Trip. I'm Shannon Lanier. Here's a house that breaks all the rules. No four walls, no ordinary design, and a whole lot of history. Add a dazzling Victorian display, and it's the perfect spot for a holiday road trip you'll never forget.
Welcome to the Armour-Stiner Octagon House in Irvington, New York. You're about to have a one-of-a-kind experience.
The stories inside of these 8 walls will take you through the centuries of the holiday season. Victorian Christmas tours at the Armour-Stiner Octagon House sparkle with antique reverence to its unique history.
It is the only fully domed octagonal house in the world, and the incredible thing is it's right here in Irvington, New York.
It's like a time capsule of the 19th century, where a sense of seasonal nostalgia touches each room.
It's a magical experience. People are transported back in time to the Victorian era. Every detail in every way has been restored to its original appearance.
Which brings us back to the year 1872, when the iconic dome structure of the house was built. But the passing of a century and a lack of maintenance brought its foundation to its knees. And that's where the Lombardi family comes in.
My father, a young preservation architect, acquired the house in 1978. It was the first house sold into private ownership by the National Trust for Historic Preservation,
which marked the start of remarkable restoration through the decades with continued help from his son, Michael Lombardi. It's an inspiring story you'll learn through these guided tours.
And then incorporated in that is a tradition that my family loves and we hold dear of Christmas.
From the garlands and the glimmer of 19th century ornaments to some original fixtures and furnishings, every wall is adorned with new surprises. While touring each room, pay attention to the shapes of this ceiling because it really speaks to the unique structure of this house.
A wonderful and unique aspect of the house being an octagon. As a byproduct, you have these corner rooms, which are very unusual and whimsical in their own right.
It'll take more than one visit to see it all at one of the most visually unique houses in America and best kept secrets in the region. Thankfully, it's just a road trip close to home.
Wow, I've never seen an octagon-shaped house before. Pretty cool. Well, when it comes to unforgettable holiday stops, this one is making waves. Stonington, Connecticut is home to a holiday masterpiece, the Lobster Trap tree. Built entirely out of stacked lobster traps and adorned by twinkling lights, festive ornaments, and an array of colorful buoys made by artists of all ages. This landmark is a nod to the town's proud fishing industry. So here's a road trip tip. The best time to visit for that perfect holiday photo is 4 p.m. to soak in the details, and then you can stick around for when the tree lights up at 4:30. New York City is dazzling this time of year, and there's no better way to soak up the holiday spirit than taking in the magical window and light displays. Stroll along Fifth Avenue and take in the winter wonderland. There are even guided tours, so bundle up and hit the streets and let the NYC magic light up your holidays. Step into a magical winter wonderland at Rockefeller Center, where a hidden train whisks you away to a mystical world of discovery without ever leaving New York City. Journey through an enchanting wishing woods, sparkling ice caves, and a snow bounce room. This is a multi-sensory exhibit. And don't miss the Hot Chocolate Chalet, a cozy spot that makes this adventure unforgettable.
I love this Christmassy time of year.
Get ready for a holiday classic like you've never seen before. The most famous reindeer of all is lighting up the theater at Maritime Aquarium in Norwalk.
Rudolph!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer is shining in an all-new 4D experience, inviting you to join him in this epic adventure to save Christmas.
I don't know what we would have done without Rudolph.
In this 4D experience, you'll be right in the heart of Rudolph's journey. When young Rudolph is teased for his glowing red nose, he sets off on a brave quest away from Christmas Town, encountering new friends and overcoming challenges. Using the same beloved stop-motion animation, this 4D adventure goes beyond the screen, adding special effects like bursts of wind, gentle snow, and even the sense of the season. It's an experience that brings Rudolph's world to life all around you, making it feel like you're part of the story. Dive in and relive the magic of Rudolph's journey with a whole new holiday sparkle.
Won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
Brooklyn Botanic Garden transforms into sparkling wonderland with the return of Lightscape, a holiday favorite now in its 4th year. This is a fresh experience with new installations that bring even more magic to the trails. Artists from 10 countries across 3 continents have collaborated to reimagine this year's displays. It's a show sure to light your season through January 5th. Get ready to deck the halls Mariah style. The Virgin Hotel in New York City is teaming up with the Queen of Christmas herself to bring you a holiday pop-up bar that's festive, fabulous, and full of spirit. Think signature cocktails or a martini flight that will have you toasting to the holidays in style. Now this isn't just any holiday hangout, it's a chance to immerse yourself in Mariah Carey inspired magic, surrounded by all the glitz, glam, and cheer that you can handle. Perfect for a holiday night out, it's a spot that's sure to make your festivities feel extra fabulous. So grab a friend and clink those glasses and dive into a Mariah-style wonderland at the Virgin Hotel. Welcome back, road trippers. It's time to step into New Jersey's oldest cultural gems, the Morris Museum, where art, science, and music come to life. If you're a music lover, you won't want to miss the collection of hundreds of instruments. It's the only one of its kind in the Western Hemisphere.
The Morris Museum is 112 years old. We've been at this current site in the western suburbs of Morris Township since the late 1960s. You know, one of the great opportunities of a center for the visual arts and the performing arts that we are here at the Morris Museum is giving people an opportunity to reconnect with their own humanity, their own creativity, and their own sense of wonderment at human accomplishment and the world we're living in.
Wow, I can't believe these are all little tiny fingerprints. How incredible is that?
And talk about New Jersey Pride. One of their newest shows, New Sculpture in New Jersey, features 11 artists from right here in the state.
One of the opportunities about looking at the region's artists is you can look at some of the major artists from the history of art making here in New Jersey. We're showing, concurrent with New Sculpture in New Jersey, an adjunct show of the work of Michael Malpass, an artist who was from southern Westchester County, went to Pratt Art School in Brooklyn and taught there for many years, but raised his family in brick. He died in 1991, rather early in his life, but his sculpture is a great counterpoint to the diversity and real cornucopia that we have on view in New Sculpture, New Jersey. Not only is the Morris Museum one of the older institutions in the state, it's vibrant and growing. We are, in terms of the size of our campus and the size of our collections, measured by some as being the second largest museum in the state.
With so much creativity to see, now it's your turn to get inspired and take a road trip close to home. In Morris County, I'm Amanda Eustace.
If you saw some places that you would like to visit, remember everything you need to know about all of our road trip stops is on news12.com and the News 12 app. And we also have a handy guide there that maps out your trips for you. Be sure to come back next week for more stops around the region. And if you have some road trip ideas that you would like us to consider, please send them to us. We also love seeing your road trip photos, so please keep sending them to us. You may even see yourself on an upcoming episode. Until next time, safe travels.